We'll start to settle in for your meditation practice. To do so, find a position that feels like it could be comfortable for the next several minutes. While we aim to not feel the need to make any adjustments or fidgets while we meditate, if you do find yourself feeling uncomfortable, or especially if you find yourself in any kind of pain, please allow yourself to make those necessary adjustments. And then make note for your next practice if a certain position is more comfortable. This position can be sitting or lying down, but we do have a few parameters we try to stay within. 1, find a position that allows your spine to remain long. 2, ensure you're comfortable, but maybe not so much so that you'll fall asleep. This is where, for some, laying down may not be the best option. And 3, make sure you can breathe fully without feeling any kind of restriction. And once you feel like you have found that place, you can close down the eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just find a space that you can rest your gaze. Your breath will remain neutral and easy, something you don't even have to think about. Then we'll start to bring awareness to the present moment. To do this, I want you to feel the support beneath you. This may be a little different for each of us, depending on that position you chose. Maybe you're feeling the ground beneath your feet, or the surface you're laying on, or the cushion under your seat. It doesn't matter what that thing is, but take a moment to connect with the sensation of being grounded, noticing all of those places where you make that connection. Now, without making a change to the pace or texture or style of your breath, I want you to simply notice it. Simply shifting that awareness we had on the physical body to now the awareness of the breath. Meditation is simply the practice of a single pointed focus. And as with any practice, we have to actually keep practicing it to see improvement. So as we continue on, I want you to keep that in mind. Still keeping the breath the same, begin to count the breath, just like this. Inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, and continuing like that. As you notice your mind wander off or forget what number you're on, simply without judgment, come right back to 1 and start again. It's okay if that means you start over many times. But as you inhale, the count is 1. And as you exhale, the count is 2. And continuing on like that. Again, if you notice the mind wandering, just come back to that breath count. Depending on the day, depending on the season, depending on where our mindset is at, this practice can change. Some days you may notice it's easier to keep that breath count. Some days you might notice that you start over and start over and start over. As with any practice, it takes practice. But also, as with any practice, we give ourselves a lot of grace. We release the judgment. And we just meet ourselves where we're at on that day. Go ahead and release the breath counting. And simply notice how you feel. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come out of your meditation practice. And as you grab your journal, I want you to spend some time journaling on whether this was one of your first meditations or if you've been meditating for years. I just want you to notice or take note of what you noticed in today's practice and how that felt. So if this was your first meditation, how did that feel? And if this is your 10th, 100th, 1000th meditation, how did that feel? It can be really powerful for us to come back to something with a beginner's mindset. This can be meditation, this can be something else in your life. And so it allows us to retune into our practice. Notice if we need to make some adjustments. So this could be physical adjustments. This could be time of day adjustments. So just take some time to journal on what you noticed in today's practice and how it felt. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have found connection from our practice today, I would be so grateful if you left a rating and review wherever you listen to podcasts, and maybe take a moment to share this with a friend who you think might enjoy it. I will see you back here for our next practice.